What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for jumping into another video, and we're going to jam-pack this one tonight, guys. If you watched my video earlier today, we talked a little bit about what the market did, how it ran today. Kind of a surprising day, to be totally fair. We expected to be totally green today, and we ended up doing like this total 180, 360, whatever you want to call it. The market was running really hot, really green, really good. Very exciting. APLD, Nvidia, Tesla, literally on fire. Tesla actually almost made it to 300. APLD was about to crack $5. So we were at like $4.96 or 97 cents. Anyway, total green day, guys. And then Nvidia got some news, and it wasn't directly at Nvidia, but basically that Huawei, another company, was being propped up for creating a new chip that supposedly opinion is going to be better than the most powerful chip being created by Nvidia. So that caused Nvidia to sell off a little bit because people started to, maybe think like, oh, I better get out of Nvidia. This might not be a good investment. I don't know what people think. Honestly, I didn't think that. I heard the news and I was like, okay, so what? So there'll be another chip out there, another company that's going to make a great chip. Awesome. I didn't think it was going to cut Nvidia off at the knees and cause them to lay down dead on the field and die. Okay. But it did create quite a drop. And the SPY ran down, Nvidia ran down, ABLD ran down, pretty much all the tech IA stocks and stuff ran down with it. Not uncommon. But then, like maybe an hour or so into that, it turned and went right back to green, and everything started running back up. So literally where we started this morning on a really nice up momentum dropped significantly and then turned around and came right back. And we actually finished the market day back almost where exactly we started this morning. So it was kind of it's like we lost the whole day. It's what I've been basically saying. It's like, I feel like we lost the day. We didn't really accomplish anything today in the market. But at the end of the day, what we accomplished was showing that there is some confidence in the market, that the market did turn back green. It did come back up. And companies like Nvidia are going to survive something like that, guys. It's this whole buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, in this case, we bought the rumor to it down and sold out. And when I actually watched the news article, watched the reports on it, I was like, what's going on with people, man? Like, why are we freaking out about this? It's not even 100%. They're saying they might create a chip. So, you know what? It is what it is. But all in all, the market looked pretty good today. So tomorrow, my concern is that we're going to have this sell-off tomorrow. We already had talked about that Monday today was most likely going to be a good day, rallying up. There wasn't any real negative news on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, especially with the funeral of Pope Francis and Trump being on an airplane most of the time. So what could have happened, right? I mean, I shared with you guys in a couple videos ago some of the news about lawsuits and all that stuff. But anyway, where are we at right now? So Tuesday morning, tomorrow morning, number one, the thing I am very excited about is tomorrow morning before opening is SoFi's earnings. And you guys know that I'm in it pretty heavy. Pretty excited about what the result's going to be. And if it drops and it goes down, because, just because they have earnings doesn't mean it's going to run in a successful, positive way. APLD was a great example of that. We knew that there was some negative sentiment and it ran down. There's other stocks out there, Tesla, that, had some negative sentiment. It ran up, then came back down. You really don't know how earnings are going to play. I do like to play earnings, guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I like to buy a couple shares. Like, for example, I bought MGM Resorts this morning. I think it was $31 a share. It's running about 32 something right now. And I literally bought 5 shares of MGM Resort just to see what it does on earnings. And if it goes up $2, $3, $4, $5 per share, I'll make 20, 25 bucks on it. Call it quits. It was the fun of the run, right? But I like to buy some of those earnings and see what they're doing. Anyway, let's jump into some of the charts, guys. I wanted to share with you what tomorrow looks like for me as a day trader, what some of those best top stocks are that you should be considering as a day trade stocks yourself. So the first one we're going to take a look at, and we're actually going to do some resistance and support lines together. ABLD. Love APLD. Was totally heartbroken today that it didn't. It got up to this 494. And guys, look, that was my sky's the limit resistance, right? Well, now we're here, and that's on the 30-minute. So now we're here, back between my resistance level that now is acting sort of as support, and my blue sky the limit is now my new support. So we're going to actually change that because we literally almost broke it, and we're going to change that to red. And then we're going to add a new resistance line, and I'm going to lock it in right here. And you can see it hits 1, 2, 3, and multiples. So this is $5.68. So guys, what I'm looking for is I'm looking to break back up, break through the $4.86, get past that $4.90 something cents, all the way past $5, and I'm looking at the next resistance level at $5.68. Wouldn't that be amazing, guys? ABLD. To FFAI. That was an amazing runner today. You basically could call it a penny stock, penny stocks. But it had a really good run today. It had some really good news today. Let's see. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Incorporated shares closed Monday up 24.76%. After the company on Sunday night said it received support from California political leaders during its Faraday Future Stockholder Community and FX Co-Creation Day event in Los Angeles. Okay, do you care about any of that stuff, guys? I don't care about any of that stuff. All I know is the news was positive. It caused it to rip. It's at $1.38. Let me show you what it's doing right now. Let's go to the 15-minute. Look at this green candle in the post-market right before it closed. It literally jumped from $1.30 to $1.34, 4 cents right here, which generally means if pre-market at 4:30 when we open is not starting a run down, potentially this has the ability to run back up. And it did top off before it hit this double top at $1.38. So it still got some movement. And if we do the 4 hour and kind of run left, you can see that $1.69, okay, look at this, guys, $2.29, right? So there's some room. Keep going. Look at this. Boom. Okay, $5.10. So there's a lot of room on this chart. And it's one I'm going to be looking at tomorrow to see if it's worth getting into as a day trade. It all depends because it's pretty cheap, right, guys? You could buy 1,000 shares of this for maybe like $1,200, somewhere around there, and you could turn $1,200 into $1,500. It just depends. You could turn it into 2,000. I mean, if it doubles and goes to $2. So anyway, guys, again, everything I'm sharing with you guys is what I'm doing, what I do, not what you do unless you want to. This is not financial advice, guys. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm just an average day trader. And yeah, I know you guys are out there with me too. So if you're interested and you want to take a look at it, do some research, do some homework. But I'm going to be taking a look at this tomorrow morning at 4:30 when the stock opens up. Okay, the next one I wanted to kind of take a look at with you guys. My normal ones that I'll be in: SoundHound, Serve Robotics, Ford. Guys, I look at those every day. Wolf, WULF. I'm also looking at Wolf, WOLF. But I wanted to share another one with you, and it is CX. Okay, CX is Cemex SAB. Cemex had earnings today. Let's go back to the 15-minute. They had earnings today, and they had some news today. So, here's the deal with this. Where I live in Florida, we have Cemex. It's basically a concrete manufacturing company. They have huge silos. They make concrete. They fill the rotating trucks, the cement trucks, and they go out and they make a crap ton of money in cement. They are based out of Mexico City. This is a Mexico City-based company. I'm going to put up on the screen over here some news about them. But they actually just basically, let's see if it pops up on the news here. If it says, yeah, it does. So shares in Mexican cement maker Cemex climbed on Monday as the sale of assets in the Dominican Republic helped its net profit nearly triple in the first 3 months of 2025, even as the company reported a year-on-year dip in core earnings. Cemex shares climbed 4.5% in the morning trading, making it the top gainer on Mexico's main stock index, period MXX, after it reported a first quarter profit up 189% at $734 million, boosted by the Dominican Republic sale. So, guys, there's so much on the New York Stock Exchange that we're trading in, dealing in, that have nothing to do with New York or United States, right? They're from other countries. China, Japan, Europe, Australia. Okay, they all have companies and stock tickers that are on the New York Stock Exchange. This is one of them. It's Mexico City based, Cemex, but I know the company very well, and I know it could do very well, and it's got some really good history. So right now it's at $6.19. It had a high today of $6.26. Like I said, it did have earnings, so it's got some good news. Is it something that I might get into for longer term? No, absolutely not. But you can see the last couple of days it's had somewhat of a horizontal, then a good up run on Friday, and then a good up run today, and then it leveled off and it went horizontal, so it wasn't affected. It's cement. It's not affected by tech and AI and all that. So kind of look and see, the trend here. You can see they have good half of the day and then it comes down. Good half of the day comes down. Okay. The day before that, a little bit of an up and then down and then up again, down, then up again. Okay. The day before that, a good, and here's solid up in pre-market and then a good up most of the day. So this is a good one for day trading, guys. I'm going to be watching this one again for a few more days just to continue to see the trend. But mark it down, Cemex, and see if it's something that you may want to get in and out of. I'm going to throw one out there for one of our supporters, one of our subscribers, at James Burt 8437. James been great, communicates a lot on comments. So guys, drop comments in there. We want to be a community that communicates with each other. But if your name's James, thank you so much for your comments, for watching the videos. Really appreciate that. He actually made a call out for Maine's Biomed. I'm going to pull it up and just take a look at it. Let's see if we can find it, but it's MYNZ. There it is, Maine's Biomed NV. And let's take a look. James was actually saying he thought this one looked pretty good. Wow. James, this thing's got some volatility. Holy smokes. Now, let's get off the 15 minute. Let's go to 30. All right, that's a little bit cleaner. Wow. Okay, so here's the deal, right? First things first. We're sitting at what? Where are we at in this candle? We're sitting at $3.80 right now. Okay. Not too bad. $4.49 in the pre-market. Yep, 7:30 in the morning. It's been on a pretty good uptrend from the last couple days. It looks like it was kind of flat for a while. I'm not sure what caught your eye on this one. It was at 354 back up here. Okay, but let's do this. We're going to make this look a lot nicer. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to the 15 minute. Let's pull it back down a little bit. Okay. It's definitely one. You see all these ticker spots, guys? This is tough because these are not full candles on the 15 minute. These are jumps. This is a lot of volatility. Okay. But it is running up. Okay. And look at this. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, right? So I definitely would take a look at this. James, I don't know if you have done any charting on this one, but if you have, hey, drop a comment in and share what your levels are. I'm going to drop some lines in there right now. I'm actually going to go to the 4 hour and let's kind of see what we got going on here. We're going to pull it in. Oof, look at this thing, man. You are right. We've got a lot of room. A lot of room for some growth. So let's go ahead and hit it. First thing we'll do is let's hit at these kind of were tops, but we'll mark that one. Okay, that right now, we'll make that 1 hour sky's the limit because we're not sure what this can do. Let's come down here and you can get line crazy, guys. I do sometimes because I like to see the levels. So we're going to say this is more like my resistance line right here that I want to break back through because it got rejected a couple times. Even though it wicked through, it still is being rejected. And so that's $3.91, sitting at $3.80. So not a hard one, you think, to break through. And then we're going to $4.49. You do have some resistance here And here, if you look and see, so I'm going to add another line here, guys. And like I said, you can get line crazy. I usually only like to have like a main line bottom here, which I'm going to put on there. And that'll be at the bottom low, 265. And then the very, very top. Oops. So let's come down here and let's add the very, very top. I'm not going to use this one, $6.48. We'll use this one for now. Okay. And primarily this is my up and down. Okay. But it does look good, James. This looks like a good one. Let's keep an eye on it for a few days and kind of see what it does. And see, it's kind of hard to look at on the 5 minute and the 1 minute, which is where I live in day trading. But the 15 minute gives you some show of movement. So guys, thanks for jumping in this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. Please hit the like button and hit the notification bell. So every time we drop another video, you are able to be notified when I drop those videos. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow. Josh out. Peace.